Welcome back to DBD's Monster Reviews, where we take a look at not one, not two, but three dope knives in rapid succession. So grab your motivator of choice and sit back as I show you why Divo never misses. Stick around. What's up, Kripple Krew? EDC with DBD, Disable with Deadly. And that's right, we're going to be talking about Divo Knives today. Before we do, stab that like button like you mean it. / subscribe. I'd love to have you here. You're not going to miss all the dope knife and EDC content coming your way. You can bash that bell if you want them notifications. You don't miss anything. If you like what I'm doing here, it only costs a couple of bucks a month to join Kripple Krew Inc., but that's completely up to you. Drop a comment below. Let me know what's in your pockets. All right, Divo Knives was founded by Kevin of Lefty EDC reviewing fame, and when he teamed up with awesome designer Colin Mason Pierre, and they have put out just amazing design after amazing design. The first one ever in my collection. Now, I have reviewed a few, and those are available on my channel, of course. Shameless plug. But the first one in my collection that I got in trade, and I do have a full video on that, is this premium pony stout that has skiffs installed and has a Lynch Northwest deep carry titanium pocket clip replacement for the wire clip. And I love this knife. It has been by far my most carried fifth pocket knife because it fits there so well, and it is insanely sharp and slicey. With a hollow ground S90V sheep's foot blade that is built for EDC tasks. And that S90V blade is going to hold its edge for a good long time. So this is in my fifth pocket quite often. It's my first S90V blade. I've been using it to see how long that edge will last and to see if it chips at all under my use. And it has not at all. Let's give you some stats on the Premium Pony Stout, and then I have some fantastic news for you. We are looking at, I just dropped that. We are looking at an overall length of 6.64 inches with a blade length coming in at 2.84 inches. Our blade stock thickness is a thin and slicey 110 thousandths. That is beautifully crowned with some awesome jimping, but we'll get to that when we get to the ergos. We're looking at a handle length of 3.8 inches, but this choil area right up here gives you full purchase. Again, we'll get to that in the ergos. A handle width or thickness of 433 thousandths and a weight of only 3.6 ounces. Awesome thing about all the Divos, it helps if you grab the right one, is they are all T8 hardware. It's awesome. You know that a knife reviewer is going to want that on his knives. Now, one awesome thing about all of the Divos, or pretty much all of the Divos with the wire clip, is you can typically make a Lynch Northwest deep carry titanium clip fit this, so you can get this in so many different finishes to suit your style. Now, the good news. So these have been sold out for a while because you get hollow ground S90V with that crown spine, these perfect ergos, and titanium liner lock for $125. but it looks like there's been another drop or something of the dark wash titanium, because they are available on White Mountain Knives. I will link that below. And I do have a discount code DBD for White Mountain Knives. So you can use that and save yourself some money on a Divo Premium Pony Stout. Now back to those ergos real quick. With this contoured titanium, beautifully rounded edges, and this not quite 50-50 because you don't have a big choil in the blade, so we'll call it a 50-25 choil, but it's big enough to fit my finger. With that and this jimping right here, I am locked in with a full 4-finger purchase and feels comfortable working for quite a while with this knife. You'll see quite a bit of glue residue on the blade right now. I use it often to open packages or cut down packages. And yes, I use my knives to open more knives. Yes, I am the meme. But it is very comfortable to work with slicing like this. Also, back behind here, I can still just get enough of a 4-finger purchase that this keeps me locked in, and this jimping makes me feel like I could slash and poke with this if I needed to without riding up on that blade. This jimping also, or not jimping, but machining on the titanium also helps me feel locked in. And you can turn it around easily to cut straps with that neutral shape of the handle. But even with its small size, I can lock into a beef jerky Avenger and much more comfortably lock into and feel more secure locking into a beef jerky Defender if I had to. If this was the knife that I had on me and I had to use it to defend my beef jerky, I would want to rock it in a beef jerky Defender grip. So, what do you think of the Divo Premium Pony Stout? I'll give you a quick size comparison with a couple of YouTuber knives. Oh, I love that sound. How about the Clydesdale from Loop 10 Techs, the new breed EDC Clydesdale? Fantastic knife. And one more. Let's look at the DC Blade Ceto from Tier 1 Gear and EDC Reviews and Old Squirrel Knives. So the Ceto is going to be a little bit longer. The DC Blade Ceto is still available. There was only 120 units of these made, and I will link them below. They're $225. DLC M390 compound grind titanium and either a black micarta or carbon fiber inlay. They also just dropped their Vendetta today. I will link DC Blades below. All right, moving on. Are you grabbing a Premium Pony Stout? Next, we'll be looking at the Divo Mash version 2.5. But yes, I did say $125 on that Premium Pony Stout. They were $175. So, the Divo Mash was definitely more of a full-size EDC, with the blade legs coming in at 3.3 inches, a handle length of 4.3 inches, giving us an overall length of over 7.5 inches. We have a blade stock thickness in this case of 120 thousandths, but we still are rocking a nice deep hollow grind. This time of 154 cm. I mean, just look at that confetti this wants to make. This is such a beautiful hollow grind. Always with the Divos. So 154 cm black washed modified sheepfoot blade with the titanium handles and again a liner lock. An overall weight of only 3.6 ounces for this full-size EDC, giving you here to give you an idea once again with the Clydesdale and it's bigger than the Clydesdale. And this time with the Ceto again, also bigger than the Ceto. And the Premium Pony Stout available right now, much smaller. Here we go, butt to butt. As you can see, quite a bit bigger, but only 3.6 ounces. I love the feel of this in hand, again with the neutral handle, but good ergos. And a very small package, or slim package in the pocket, making it very easy to carry, whether you carry it with the wire clip or a replacement Lynch Northwest deep carry titanium clip, either of which are going to be comfortable in any grip. So whether I am a bit behind the pivot, right up on the pivot, or choked up all the way on the blade, as you can see, there's plenty of handle. I have full purchase and a nice grip on this knife, and even choked all the way up here because of the way that the front of this handle is designed and this nice sharpening choil. I can get all the way up on the blade, all the way with my thumb to the tip out here to the end, so that I can have some real control over this knife if I need to, or if my hands are real bad and I'm not touching that blade. Turn around, cut straps really easily. This one in a beef jerky Defender grip feels good, and I'm well away from the edge of that blade. Flip it around to a Defender grip, and it's even more comfortably locked in, because then I make use of you make use of the pocket clip. Like all Divo Knives, which I did not point out on the Premium Pony Stout, it is tip up deep carry and reversible. Lefty, of course, makes all his knives available to lefties. I really do enjoy this Divo mash. These are sold out, and this one came in via the Lefty Pass Around group, as did the Stonewashed Premium Pony Stout and the next knife that I'm going to show you. Shout out to Lefty, much appreciated. But if you could get your hands on yours on the secondary market, I would highly recommend one. This blade shape is great for any type of utility cuts, longer cuts, that modified sheep's foot with this long, slow curve to that belly, and then that very low tip just makes it very useful. And that belly allows you to rock it on a flat surface to make some chopping style cuts. So great shape for EDC, one of my favorites. And this I have been carrying quite a bit. I have to ship it off today, but after a little over a week, I can say I would highly recommend grabbing one of these on the secondary if you can. It's an awesome knife, and I'm thankful to have been able to check it out. Now let's look at the last knife of the group. And this one happens to be my favorite. So much so that I reached out to Lefty and said I couldn't let this leave my house, and we had to talk and make a deal. Because the Growler V2 might be my favorite Divo design of all time. First off, what we are looking at is the most blade I've seen as far as just big chode belly pop out of any Divo knife. And when I first flicked that out, it just made me happy. You know, especially after checking out the mash right before this and its streamlined lines, and having the Pony Stout for a while, it has streamlined lines. And just the way, and not that this doesn't have beautiful lines, I just mean I wasn't expecting such a wide blade to pop out, and I love it. This has an overall length of 7.5 inches with a 3.3 inch blade length and a 4.2 inch handle length. Our blade stock thickness is 120 thousandths, and we are rocking, in this case, a flat grind. And are we? Yeah, it feels like a flat grind. Let's grab a business card right quick and double check that. We're looking for it to see if there's any light showing between. And no, that's flat. So, this time rocking a flat grind, but a nice tall flat grind, high flat grind that still provides a very nice slicey edge. That, as long as you don't catch the choila, that is. I have been using this knife consistently since I got it because I just love it. I got it with the bunch, you know, just over a week ago, about a week and a half ago. And it has been in my hand the most the last week and a half because it's just comfortable. We're looking at in this case, a carbon fiber, a weave carbon fiber handle that really brings the weight down. It feels like, well, it doesn't just feel like it's 3.5 ounces with this big wide blade. This one has purple accents, but they sell accent kits for this on Divo Knives and on WhiteMountainKnives.com. And they have several other colors, but I really like the purple on this, and I have a feeling I'm going to go to some type of purple or a limited run Lynch Northwest deep carry clip to put on it. But the first thing that I do want to talk about on this is the ergos, because they make me happy. Oh yes, and I don't know if I said it or not, but the blade is 154 cm. And this knife, OEM'd by Kubi, with carbon fiber or titanium, and this big 154 cm and the titanium accents. This knife was only $109 when it was available. I do have some good news in a moment, though. So, back to the ergos. Once again, we have a handle large enough that I can hold it back behind the pivot and still get a full 4-finger grip. But this time we have a full 50-50 choil that really kind of reminds me of the Shaman choil, or it doesn't have, you know, that termination like the Shaman does. But what would be another good example? I'll think of one probably. You know, I'm drawing a blank right now as I see several different knives. But that 50-50 choil lets me choke all the way up to that blade. And this jimping running all the way out to that clip, drop clip, big belly drop clip blade allows you to put your thumb anywhere you want on this and feel so comfortable. So whether you're cutting down, whether you're in a pinch grip, because of this clip, even though it's above the center line of the pivot, we have a much bigger belly on this. You can get that tip down. However, where this one shines more than the others is being able to use that belly on a flat surface. Or, you know, saber grip, turning around, rocking the Beef Jerky Avenger, Beef Jerky Defender. It's comfortable, and that big blade makes me happy. It is very useful because you have that tip for piercing tasks. You've got a lot of belly, so you could use this if you needed to do some scraping, if you needed to, you know, take a hide off of something, do some skinning. It's just a very nimble knife for its size as well. Very comfortable to hold and use. I love this. I'm glad this isn't going anywhere. And they came out with a mini growler. They made several versions. Titanium. They made carbon fiber that looks, or with this little style of carbon fiber, but a black blade, and they look sick. And there are still a few styles available on WhiteMountainKnives.com of the mini growler. I will link that below. And I will own a mini growler in the not too distant future, because this is a platform that lends itself perfectly to minimization and making the dopest fifth pocket knife you could. Let me know what you guys think of these Divos. And I hope y'all enjoyed another rapid review. Join me tomorrow as I go live early. TKE will not be going live. He has to work. So I will be going at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. or 11 p.m. 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Kicking it off early, going long and going hard. We will be running right through my usual 10 a.m. start time and keep on going. So I will have a bunch of I will have special guests. They will be a surprise. I will see y'all tomorrow. Stay safe, stay frosty. Most importantly, stay deadly.